cafe. French vanilla, my guilty little pleasure. 10:30, it's coffee time. Been cleaning out the shed all morning, watching the hummingbirds and just, yeah. I should add that this remote for that new generator is just awesome. To make my coffee, I just hit on, and you'll hear in the background, vroom vroom. When I'm done, I just hit off. That way I'm not sucking a whole bunch out of the batteries. My batteries are doing just great. These new AGMs are just beautiful. We're full right up at 13.1 there. I let them charge for a few minutes this morning from the gen, but we won't need to do that soon once we hook up our kilowatt of solar. Just got the game cam from down at the river. This is great. This doe is just minding her own business. This is this morning. Just beautiful. I got a nice time lapse. Watch this bird come in. This bird says, "I don't want you here," and scares the hell out of her, and away she goes. On the roof, and we got a solar panel up. That was a little dicey getting it up here. I guess I'm definitely no solar installer, so these things are very, very heavy. So I don't even know what they weigh, but I got the first one up, so 2 more and we'll have our kilowatt up here, and then we can just wire it all in and we should be good. Looks like the front is shaded for quite a bit of the morning because of those trees, so I'm gonna want to keep them back here if possible. So I can definitely put 2 back here, but this end's shaded too, so I'll have to measure and see if I can put them along the side there. I don't think I can do it without overhanging, but if I can, I'm gonna put one right there and then one right in the middle. And we've got all the harnesses, and I've got all the connectors and crimpers I can make, so we should be good. All right, so I've learned that this solar panel getting on the roof thing is a little dicey. I got an idea. I think what we'll do is we'll keep going up this way. I got another panel here, but the problem is at the top. I don't really feel comfortable holding it over my shoulder as it is like 80 pounds. So what I'll do is, I'll show you. So what I think, dollar store wrap and some random stuff, and we can fix this. Maybe. What a mess. Perfect. That's what I was looking for, with a mess. All right, let's see if we can get these up there, and then I can reward myself with some lunch. I'm starving. All right, at least if I fall, the accident report will be easy, because you'll have this video to show what happened. Oh, jeez, these things are heavy. Alright, go. Oh, I got it. Half more. See if we can do one more before the wind comes up any more than it already is. It's pretty windy. It's a little tricky to hold when you get up there. Just going over the crest is a little tricky. Whew. These are heavy. Jeez. I'm getting old. Oh, wow. Haven't killed myself yet. Holy smokes. Okay, I think I've settled on their locations. I think this will give me the best yield with the least trouble getting around them on the roof, because you do need up here from time to time. So that looks pretty good. That one's going to be shaded in the morning. There's no matter what I do. There's a big tree there, but it'll be fine all through the day until late afternoon. This one will rock out, and I can't fit any more along the side. It's too narrow. Otherwise, I'd put them all right here. But that should do. And the back one, shaded all morning, or sun all morning. And then we're gonna start creeping shade in the afternoon a little bit on and off. So it's the best I can do. The best spot is right there in the middle. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Beauty day up here. Good view. It's a different view seeing the shadows quite this big without being above the canopy. It's really neat. Well, as usual, my GoPro failed me, but these are really, really easy to work with. I've never crimped these solar connectors before, and the only thing I'm getting used to is which is which. And that's my first one made, and I'm just going to run back here to this panel and make another one, and then we're just going to keep going, and hopefully at the end I have enough wire to go down the side of the camper. I think I will, because I can steal some from the other one, so maybe I'll do that too. And yeah, we should be good. Okay, this took no time at all. So panels are wired in series down through the conduit and down to the ground. So now I just have to hook up my charge controller, and I still have to mount all the panels. I have these cool screw on and then glue to the roof mounts from Renogy, and I'll post a link to those down below when I post this video, but should do the trick. These lines are live, and we got about a kilowatt sitting there. Wow. In theory, there'd be a kilowatt sitting there. It's probably more like about 300 watts right now, but I'll take it. That'd be pretty cool. Into the rat's nest. Brought the wires down and terminated them into my breaker box. And with any luck, we should see a very high DC potential here now. 110 volts. That sounds pretty good. 110 DC. Ah, lovely. 111 volts. So we are good. Now we run this. How are we going to do this? Let's run this to the charge control to my disconnect switch to the fuse to the battery. Done. This is bad timing. It's 3 p.m. and I'm starting to race because it's close. Check this out. Our panel is entirely terminated through our box. So I'm going to mount everything later because I want to see how kind of nice I can make it. And I haven't decided how I'm going to bring these into the camper yet, whether I'm going to go up through the floor or put a drip loop here and then just bring them right through the side. I probably will just go through the side. But then my charge controller that you saw in the other videos on the MKME Lab channel with my cool little remote that I made, makeme.org/store if you want one of those. And yeah, we're good. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, let's make some wire. What we need to do now, we need to have some safety. So we're gonna do a big fuse and we're gonna do our disconnect. So we're gonna go fuse to battery, into the disconnect to the charge controller. That way I can sever the battery supply and the solar both if I choose. 4-gauge wire, plenty heavy enough for what this will charge at. It's a max 60 amps, so it should be fine. And yeah, we're good to go. I'm just gonna solder some lugs on here. Just use a torch. My GoPro's dead, so I can't show you, but it's pretty simple. Okay, we got it. Nothing to it. Solder these on. We got one to go to the battery, 5/16 onto my battery post through my inline fuse. This one's 200 amps or 250 amps. It's just a oh shit moment fuse, so it's kind of irrelevant what it's fused at. Just something if we have a bolted fault that it's going to open, like if the charge controller blows up. On, off, out to the charge control, which comes back to here, and I've labeled it. My other battery negative, and I didn't label it because it's already black. So that's it. That's all there is to it. We can hook this up. Okie dokie, this kind of looks like a mess because, well, it is, but it's a organized mess. So we're hooked up. We're terminated. Shall we? Let's do it. A little confidence in my work there. Yeah, we're good. Booting up. So the solar panels are still disconnected with my breakers there, and we're good. So I just have to go through and double check and see what I did for parameters, and then I'll come back before I throw the switch. But we're at 12.5 on the battery, so we got a little ways we can charge. Okay, as far as I can tell, I've got my parameters set correctly. So let's see what happens here. I have to say that's pretty cool. Even in the shade, we're still getting 100 watts or so. There's nothing wrong with that. On a little less than a kilowatt of solar in total shade, getting 100 watts when I'm not using anything, that's just wonderful. That's going to top those batteries off. And when I'm not here, they're going to really top off. But yeah, that's enough to keep me going more than my power demands. I'm pretty sure no problem now. That's pretty cool. Just a beautiful day. All of nature seems happy today, even the bugs. They're happy to chew on me. Okay, going down there without a bug shirt on was a big mistake. They're horrid. Holy smokes. There's millions of them. I've been spoiled. There hasn't been one because of all the wind back here. They're all blown down there. Wow. So just finished supper. It's 6:57 p.m. Pretty dark out there, and I ran the controller in through the entertainment center and set it here, and we're still making 30 watts-ish. That's just freaking wild. We're doing a trickle charge just sitting here. So this is where I decided to put it for now, just because the charge controller lives right behind that wall. So yeah, that should do the trick. And then I have my existing AC and DC monitors over there. And now I can monitor my solar from inside. And 7 o'clock at night, make a few watts. That's cool. We're like, the sun's way into the trees now, so I'm a happy guy. That turned out just beautiful. There's a mated pair of cranes across the river. Wonder if I can catch their sound. They're so loud. Such a unique sound. What a cool way to wake up the morning. They sound happy. Time to head home. Oh, before home, a little bit of a breakfast time. This coffee maker is still awesome, by the way. This is my selection of coffees, and this sucker, it wins, except for fresh ground. This works. Pretty cool, and the solar panel is already doing things, even though the sun hasn't even cleared the trees yet, and we're getting about an amp thereabouts, 2 amps. It surges because I guess that's the maximum power point tracking, doing the best it can to get anything out of the panels, and we're counting up, so anywhere from 10 to 20 watts, and that's pretty cool. Like, free. Don't need to run the generator for that. But my little cleaned up area of the raspberries is looking pretty good, but I have a lot more work to do there yet. And then we'll continue our little walking trail and see what we can do to clear up more of the, there's a whole bunch of ivy down in here that my mom planted many years ago. And it's, not a good idea. Don't put ivy somewhere where it doesn't belong. But, I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to some days up here and enjoy the ecosystem and learn a bit more about the flora and not so much the fauna. There's pretty straightforward there, but it was nice to see the baby deer on the game camps. And looking forward to some more days this summer up here. Just beautiful. It was cool last night, down to 6°C, and it's kind of chilly in here now, but looks like we got good forecast. The moon phase is coming around, so we should have bright nights again soon. Humidity's low. This is great. What a wonderful day. I've actually been testing this Amazfit fitness watch for a month or so now, and I'll do a full review on the MKME Lab channel, but this thing is great, having sunrise and sunset times on the right there, my weather forecast, my moon phase, date and time, my pedometer, and all the fitness information, heart rate, blood oxygen, you name it. It's pretty cool. I'm not a fitness nut, but just having the basics like the outdoors info, also has GPS and compass and everything too, but I know where I am most of the time, but it agrees with the moon phase and everything else. It's just wonderful. The sunrise and sunset times alone are worth the price of admission. That's kind of nice to know. At 9 o'clock tonight, 9:03, it will be sunset, so we'll have daylight till well after 10, which is good to know when you're outside a lot and trying to plan your day and what you can get done. A lot of stuff to do, so yeah, helps me. I'll do a full review on the MKME Lab channel.